So if you're ready, let's make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
And welcome to the stage.
he's coming back big.
Giving life to the UK soca music.
Make some noise for the one and only
Konata!
Hold something and wind up on it. Hold something and jam up on it. Start to wine. Pressure run me. Pressure run me. Pressure run me. Pressure run me. Hold something and wind up on it. Hold something and jam up on it. Let me go. Hold on. Cannot hold it. Hold on. Let me see some pressure run me. Wind back up with pressure run me. Push back up with pressure run me.
Hi people, this is Tigeress from UK Soca Scene and I'm here with Konata, one of the most hard-working and dare I say unique UK Soca artists?
Anything you want?
Trini, forward artist. Konata, welcome, how are you?
I'm all good, up in the cold.
I see
Yeah,
you like keep trying to keep warm,
I have a
mate.
big jacket, everything, so yeah.
So to the masses out there that are watching,
Yeah.
probably this for the first time or probably hearing your music for the first time, if you could just kind of give us a little snippet who Konata is and what you're about.
Konata Alleyne, Trinidad born UK soca artist. I've been up in England for about 9 years now.
Okay.
I sing, I produce music as well. I am an engineer. I'm also an event manager, so I do event promotion. And also I'm into social media marketing and basically anything that's entrepreneur type I like. So any fresh idea, I'll probably just jump on it.
So you're jack of all trades then.
Well, yeah, I mean that phrase always has a sort of a negative thing when you say jack of all trades, master of none. But I believe you could get involved in anything that you like doing and do it to the best of your ability. And when you're satisfied or when you think it's to a point where you can move on to something else, you just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say your passion is? Because I know you say engineering, singing, social media. What would you say is your main passion?
My passion is like entertainment.
Okay.
But see, entertainment has so many different sections, and everything I explain is attached to entertainment. So once I enjoy doing it, that's my passion, just liking it, So, I even thinking of doing a restaurant at some point in time, and that's nothing to do with entertainment really. I could cook. I really love to cook. So it's like being an entrepreneur. You just like doing new ventures. That's the passion. These new exciting things. But I really love entertainment. I love being out in public. I love doing music for people. I like making people happy through
what you do.
Through what I do. So.
Okay. So 2012 has been a busy year for you.
Yes, yeah.
And you're already doing stuff for 2013.
Yeah.
So you were nominated for Best UK Video and Best UK Soca Male Artist.
Yeah.
So tell us how 2012 has been for you and how does it feel being nominated for those two awards?
2012 started, of course, from Trinidad Carnival.
Okay.
I had a really great time there. Just doing the circuit, doing the school tours. Did quite a few gigs. I have my Juve band out there as well. So there's a whole package. Then moving back into England, I wanted something different because last year I hit all the fets. Perform on stage, and it was really good. But I wanted something that was, something just different for 2012, and that's why I joined Tropical Storm. So, UK band, and I love live
The
music.
baddest, I should say.
Yeah, the baddest. Yeah, right, Tropical Storm plug. Right? So, joined the band with Scrappy and the rest of the guys, and we literally hit everywhere in the UK. We went Birmingham, we went Manchester, we went Leicester, we went Preston, we went we went across to Belgium as well. So literally every week from, let's say, May, we were just out somewhere. If it was a gig in London, we did like we did Soca Friends, we back Swappy and Claudia Peters. We did, during Carnival, we did the Poison Fair Well, I did Poison, sorry. And, you know, we were just everywhere.
Okay.
It was peace. It was fun. You know, it was really nice. You know, the best experience was going Belgium during the Italian festival.
Right.
You know, the biggest Latin American festival in
actually-
Europe. And we performed after Destra.
Okay.
You know, so we had a big act to follow.
That was
You know, it's like, all right. The finish, I was like, so you know,
have to keep the pace.
we backstage like, all right, let's do this thing. You know, so it was really interesting seeing, you know, going performing in Europe,
Okay.
where people might really know soca, or they know it, but they don't realize they know it. But you know, they don't know us.
Right.
But you're still going out there and you're still performing and you're still getting like, you know, reception, getting people like, wow. You know, we came off that stage and people were like, you know, the other bands that performed before us who were, you know, professionals for the last 20 years, and some big Latin American artists were coming and saying, you know, that was amazing. That was the best way to close the show, and it was a really, really great experience. So.
Okay. So how did you? I mean, I know you've kind of explained it in detail,
Yeah.
but feeling-wise, people coming to you, obviously, well established, saying it was a good performance.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Bear in mind, you just joined the band, performing in it's the biggest festival.
The
in
biggest Latin American Caribbean festival in Europe. You know,
Okay.
you know, it was good. I mean, anybody telling you that you're doing something good, you know, you're like, alright, you know, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you feel good, you know, but it's, you know, as long as you still keep your head on the ground,
Yeah.
you keep your feet grounded, you know, and you know that you always have work to do.
Okay.
So even though somebody's telling you, you know, you did really well, you know, I know to myself what I did wrong. You know, I looked at the video again and I was like, that didn't sound good there, or maybe I shouldn't have been talking that much, or maybe I should have run to the other side instead, or done something different. So I'm always looking at what I could do better. So I feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I also feel very bad at some of the gigs I did. I'm like, nah, that wasn't, you know, we could have done something different.
But you learn from it.
I always take those things, look at the videos, you know, get people's opinion on how things go, and I just about improving what I'm doing. So
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the UK soca scene, and I'm just going to touch a little bit on Europe because
Right.
you touched ground there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the soca scene in the UK, and how has Europe embraced? How do you feel Europe has embraced soca? Because as an artist,
Right.
not only are you performing in UK or kind of establishing yourself as an artist, but you're doing it in Europe as well. So how
Right.
has
The UK scene here, soca scene, has evolved. When I came here in 2004, there were, there always parties changing, you know, different promoters coming up. But, you know, the whole UK artist idea wasn't they had artists out there, of
Yeah.
course, and they were performing in gigs. But it was something of it was almost underground, and soca was already underground, so being an artist was even more underground than that. And even flying in artists from outside, from the Caribbean, you know, because at that point I was in Poison, and you know, you're flying up artists, and all the only people you could actually fly up who would pull a crowd would be like Alison Hines, Marsha Montano. You know, if you're a new artist in the Caribbean, and you could be mashing up out there, but to bring you up here and to
draw the crowd?
draw the crowd that will make it worth doing that wasn't happening. You know, so you found for those years, you know, the scene was very kind of one-dimensional. But as more people got involved, more promoters got involved, more, and the word spread about the industry as well. You know, more groups like UK Soca Scene coming out doing their thing. You know, it expanded, and there's still a lot of work to do. But compared to how it was, it's like 100 times better. You know, I like it. You know, there's some things I think should be a little different.
Such as?
Well, it's more of a general thing, you know. It's I can't really pinpoint one thing that shouldn't be happening. You know, I'll give you a perfect example. Before, it used to be what to do on a Saturday night, boy, what to do on a Friday night. Now it's like we have 5 fets on Friday, 5 fets on Saturday. I know some would say that you shouldn't be doing parties on the same night as other people in this small industry, but sometimes you can't get away from it. You know, I mightn't necessarily like it because you have to decide, you know, where to go as an artist too. If you might get more than one gig on that night, you know, who should I perform for? And so it's really a matter of just have to go with the flow. You know, there's nothing more to say about that. Just have to go with the flow. But definitely, there's been great improvement. Also, what has happened? The people up here
Right.
have been traveling more, I believe. The people who are actually partying now, you know, they come of age, so they're flying out. They go in Miami Carnival, they go in Krakow, they go in Rotterdam Carnival, you know, Sweden doing the thing. They go in Trinidad Carnival as well. They go in St. Vincent. People flying home, you know, second generation, third generation people are starting to fly back home and seeing where their roots are. So they're coming back knowing the music, knowing how they're supposed to behave in a party, and all that is kind of helping the whole vibe. And I can speak specifically for like Trinidad and Tobago. Over the last 4 years, they have changed their outlook in terms of tourism. It used to be mainly about business tourism. Now they're kind of doing more like cultural, like island, come Trinidad and Tobago and party and go to the beach and stuff like that. And we found that the last 2-3 years, there are more people flying to Trinidad for Carnival and year round, and the hotels are more full. So those are the foreigners from Europe and wherever flying in, experiencing Carnival, coming back up here saying, yo, we went Carnival, we went Krakow, we go in Notting Hill, boom, we go in Rotterdam Carnival, we go in the Soca Fete, and it's just building.
Okay.
You know?
So where do you see the future then? Do you see it progressing in a positive, steady pace, or do you think it's just gonna just blow up?
Those things hard to predict, but it's been going pretty steady. But over the last 2 years, I find things just switched. Even the way me as an artist performing here and knowing how to promote myself here, it has changed over the last year. You know, what I did last year to promote myself I don't think I can do the same thing this year. You know, until everybody locked onto Facebook now and Twitter in terms of using it as a marketing tool. So it's not like these two artists using Facebook, so you know they getting all the forward. Now everybody using it. Everybody using the mail out things. Everybody has clued in now as to the better ways, not the best, but the better ways to market the events in England, you know. And so things have kind of shot up with UK Soca scene as well, who, you know, taking pictures in events, doing a lot of stuff. You know, now there's another access point to people to see what's happening in England. So it has jumped, and I think things feel a bit right that it's gonna jump again, especially if a UK artist does something big. That'll just
On that point,
that'll set it sooner, you know.
On that point, we'll talk bangers and mash rhythm.
Yeah.
And get loose. So, what first question I have to ask?
Right.
Why the name? And I was gonna ask if bangers and mash is like your favorite English adapted dish.
No. Well, I try to lose weight. I mean, not lose weight, but trying to get the arms for the carnival.
Okay, so that's not gonna help.
Bangers and mash is not gonna work. But I actually made that rhythm about a year and a half ago, something like that. And when I came up here and I did arts management, so you know I learned about the music business, and then I did music production and engineering, and I really learned that for myself to know that when I go in a studio I could tell an engineer what to do, but also so that my ideas I could put out, you know, I could actually play it out and record it and whatnot. And Bangs and Mash was just one of the ideas I had. It wasn't about joining soca and the UK vibe, you know, it was just I live in the UK, I'm Caribbean, so whatever comes out of me is naturally gonna have that vibe in it. So Bangers and Mash is like a UK soca vibe sort of thing. And I just needed a name that was as blatantly British as possible. And I was like, Big Ben Rhythm, what else, boy? Buckingham something. I was like, and I went through so many names. It was actually the UK rhythm at one point in time, and it's like, nah, that's not cool. And then I can't remember, somebody told me, it's like, oh, Bangers and Mash. Oh yeah, Bangers and Mash, boy. It's just kicks. It's just fun. It's just real fun.
So Mr. Renzo's jumped on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you have a tune on that as well.
Yeah.
You've also got a tune, Get Loose. What has been the reaction to that song?
Get Loose has not done the way I expected to come out.
Okay.
You know, I love this song. You know, I believe it's a really good song. You know, it's a gamble you take with anything you do, with anything with music. You know, you could release something that is in your opinion, or even people around you, is like, that's really good, but it doesn't translate well elsewhere. You know, so far, you know, I got the views on Facebook. I got messages from people saying, oh, they like the song. You know, it's not getting a lot of radio play right now. But it's still early days, you know, anything can happen. You know, the Bangers and Mash just released. I've been getting a lot of love for that as well. And, you know, I still have some artists interested in coming on it, jumping on the rhythm as well.
Is that UK or mixture?
I have another plan for the UK.
Okay.
But UK artists have contacted me about it.
All right.
But, you know, this rhythm, I kind of wanted it to be, the British part of it was me. You know, the British, not as a British, but the British influence was me, and everybody else would be outsiders. So that's why it is myself and Renzo, who I actually went to school with as well. So, you know, we keeping that close, and just more artists to jump on. It's an ongoing project. It's something I'm probably not going to close off until I'm satisfied. All right, cool, it's done. So
is it going to go through a remastering, or are you just going to...
Not really a remastering, but more like, you know, if somebody says, yo, I like this song, I want to jump on your rhythm, I'll be like, yeah, cool. And whenever they do it, I'll just release it.
Okay.
You know, and because at the end of the day, it's not just Trinidad Carnival. It have so many carnivals that you will drop music any time of year. I mean, once it fits within that carnival, because, you know, every carnival have the different vibes.
Yeah.
You know, once it fits in, it will run. You know, and I expect this rhythm to kind of run back into Nottingham Carnival as well.
Okay.
So more things to come.
So let's talk Poison UK.
Yeah.
Because you were, I think you had your own promotions company before, and then you kind of joined up with them. How was it working with Poison UK? And I'm going to touch on the Colour Festival, because there were some big performers on that night, and I think you performed as well. How was it performing amongst those major, well-known artists and working with Poison UK and the whole Colour experience?
Well, I've been in Poison since 2007 when I actually joined, and I'm not left them now. You know, I just decided that everybody has to progress, and it got to a point where I felt like I wanted to do something else. You know, as I said, I had a group called Varsity Entertainment. I did with 3 other guys, and you know, we kind of stopped doing that, and I went into Poison, and we did a lot of stuff. You know, the Resurrect concert, and you know, so I was able to meet a lot of artists, you know, spread my wings in terms of an event manager, did a lot of PR stuff, met all the radio DJs, all the DJs. So it was, for me, it was very valuable as an entertainer too, in meeting everybody that I need to know as well. You know, so I've performed, I've opened shows I was able to open shows for a lot of artists as well. And so Carl Fest was just like a continuation of what I've been doing. You know, there were even more artists there than previously, and it was really good being in any show, you know, performing alongside other people as well. You know, so I performed, I think it was the Saturday I performed on, and it was great. It was good. I mean, we had some issues with the sound system. It didn't come off the best, but you know, the overall that I took from it as a performer, you know, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
You know.
So is there a reason why I didn't run in the second year? Because it was something that everyone was looking forward to, and do you see something like that coming back again?
Well, I think the idea of Carlo Fest was great. You know, I actually left halfway through the organization of it.
Right.
So I started off, you know, we picked the name of it, you know, what we want to do, you know, who we want to bring, you know, how many days, where it's going to be, you know, the structure and whatnot, and then, you know, halfway through the process, halfway meaning like probably in May or something like that, I had to remove myself, just had to move on to something else at that time. And I think something like that can happen. I want to do something like that.
Okay.
You know, I believe there were many issues that, you know, a lot of stuff I don't know about as well, saying that I left.
Right.
You know, there were a lot of issues that went on during the event. You know, a lot of people weren't happy with certain things. A lot of people were happy with certain things. But I'm not 100% sure why it didn't happen a second year. I am sure the reason was valid. But, you know, I would love to do something like that. Like me personally, put on an event similar to Cardiff Fest. I think if it's put on again, I think people will go.
Okay.
As you said, people were like, you know, is it going to happen again? Because I was looking on Facebook and people were asking, is Cardiff Fest happening this year, you know? Like any new event and something that big, that's the first like 3 days of Caribbean culture.
Yeah.
You know, that's massive when you really think about it.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't anything like that anywhere else. And there were a lot of teething problems. And I think it's one of those things that after, you know, you look back at what you did and you say, let's fix this. Let's fix that. Let's do this differently. And the second year you come out, it better. Then the third year, it better. Fourth year, it best. You know, and
then you smash it.
And then you smash it. You know, it's how to do it. So.
Okay. So promotions are something you've been involved in.
Yeah.
What advice would you give in terms of a promoter? Obviously, there's been some, I wouldn't say controversy, but some question.
Could say controversy. Make it interesting.
I will say some controversy in terms of promoters not communicating with each other and this whole backbiting business. What would you say? What I'm kind of trying to get your view on that and advice as well.
As a promoter, you have to have plenty belly. Like you have to. The worst feeling is doing your own event or being part of something, and something's not going right, or you're standing by the door, and the venue is 600 capacity, and it's only 120 people inside. It's like
you're watching tumbleweeds,
and you're watching the time like, well, it's 12 o'clock. You know, you have to have a strong back, because if you let something like that knock you down, then you shouldn't really be in that industry. You know, it's anything in entertainment. You know, you're kind of relying on how people feel on that day. Or it rain, I don't feel like leaving my house. You know, or it's too cold, or anything like that. But in terms of doing, you know, promoter versus promoter, that's happened. Like, you shouldn't care about that. I don't care about that, you know, because if you don't like somebody, you don't like this promoter, this person step on your toes, it's the entertainment industry. You know, if you can't take that, then you shouldn't be there.
So what if the scene's so small and then everyone's trying to pick?
But remember when the scene wasn't there. So there was a time when it's like, boy, I don't know where to go. Now you have options. Options is always good. Because what it does, it removes the whole monopoly. Right. You know, you have people competing. So you know what? The best parties will emerge. So instead of having one party, you ain't like this, you don't like the DJ performing, you don't like how they treating you or whatever. You know, you have 4 other parties to choose from. Whoever has the best service, the best music, the best vibe, the best people, they come out on top. And that is the nature of any business you're doing. If you're not good or you're not providing for your clients, then you can't complain if you fall by the wayside.
So what advice, and I want tips, 5 tips, because everyone now realizes social media is massive, marketing is massive, there's online marketing, there's social media, there's different aspects. What 5 tips would you give? Because I find people rely too much on Facebook and Twitter. What 5 tips, marketing tips would you give?
We talking about like just
promotion.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the artist bit in a bit. Yeah.
Because I'm a marketing professional, right? I'll be like specific in terms of, you know, if you're doing an event that's up to 600 people, which I would say is that's a big party, a big Caribbean party in England. If you have 600 people in your party, things good, right? Then you could go up to doing a concert when you're looking at between 1,000 and 3,000 people. So like the concert Poison normally do is like 2,500 people, you know. So if you're looking at 600 people, for example, you know, you do your Facebook, you do your Twitter, because you can't not do that. You could do your Facebook advertising, actually paying to advertise. Word of mouth, spread the word. You have your team calling, yo, party happening here. Flyers, you know, you have to do your flyers. You have to go in all the 1,000,001 Caribbean establishments, or wherever you feel people who want to come to your party will visit, and you put on flyers. And then you go back a few days later and you replenish them. Or you go back a few days later and realize nobody took anything, you remove it from that store and you go to another store and see if it works there. And after a while, you will build a list of places that you can go to that works the best way. You know, so alright, 5. Social media, word of mouth, flyering. So those are like guerrilla tactic now, you know, you're hitting the ground.
Yeah.
That's 3. What else it have?
Your mind gone blank.
No, I didn't go blank, but I mean, those three things I mentioned are such big entities because, you know, word of mouth requires texting people, calling people, going out to other parties, wearing t-shirt. You know, you have to create a buzz about the event. You know, you do a video, you know, you do a radio ad. So if you're doing like 1,000, 2,000 people, you're doing fly postering. So them big massive posters you see up on billboards, you spend money and you do those. You do your radio ads on Choice and stuff like that. Flags and large radio and all these people. So yeah, so that's actually 5 there. Yeah, see, boom, 5. Yeah. Right. So it's a big task, you know, and sometimes it's a lot of work you have to do. And you know, I'll give you an example. If you do that amount of work in back home, back in the Caribbean, or even if you do that kind of work here for an event that is more mainstream, you'll probably score big, you know. But in this industry, we are so scattered all over the UK, even in London. You know, it's not like you go to this roti shop, everybody goes to that roti shop. So once you put something there, everybody gets it. No, you have to go to here, everywhere, and make sure everybody get the information, and people still don't get it.
And from your own kind of personal judgment, do you think that's something that's been done a lot, or do you think people are kind of complacent? Because we had an interview with Soca Frenzy, and it was and it was one of the things that they brought up, that it's people get complacent. So do you think that a lot of promoters are doing that, or?
Well, a lot of promoters. I could only speak for. That's a difficult question because I don't know what people are doing behind the scenes. You know, I could see that. You know,
what you perceive.
Yeah, Frenzy has been running for quite a while. Flags has been running for quite a while. Release Rhythm has been running for quite a while. Bus Pepper has been running for quite a while. You know, and all these people have their different ways of promoting. Like Bus Pepper does mailing lists. You know, they have their clientele. So you know where to get the information about Bus Pepper. You know it comes every month. You know to go. Same with Soca Frenzy. Everybody knows Soca Frenzy happening. You know, everybody know what Let's Jam happening. You know, Marty J himself doing a lot of events as well. So I don't think people are necessarily being complacent, but some people just go out and some don't. You know, it's so difficult to analyze up here. It's so either way. One day you go a party and it ram, the next time you go and it empty. You know, as you come up to England, your whole mentality about partying changes as well.
Okay.
You know, and this is my personal thing from what I've seen over the years. You know, you'll get people back in the Caribbean. You know, they're going out. Yeah, man, we out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bam, up here. Nah, boy. And then the month, you know, we gotta wait. You know, you can only do party on certain time of the month because if you do it in the middle of the week, nobody come in because they rather go home because it's cold. And
it's the weather.
It's a lot of factors that promoters have to deal with, and I hope people understand the amount of work that the promoters here have to do to put on an event. That you go in and you winding down and fun, drink, but the amount of work they do just to have 300 people in a party, yeah, you have to commend people for that, definitely.
Okay. So you've been voted by Shemi's list, which I saw as listen to this, people. One of the top 5 sexiest soca male artists. I think you're number 4 on the list.
Something like that.
And I'm going to touch upon the fact that sometimes you might get likened to Marshall Montana. How does it feel being recognised as one of the sexiest male artists? And how do you feel about being likened to Mr. Fit himself?
The first part, I mean, if somebody says so, I got it, you know. Well, it was a surprise because somebody messaged me on BBM, was like, yeah, you know, you're on this website. I was like, check it out. I was like, okay, so all right, somebody did an interview, and then I was like, top 5 sex. I was like, scroll down. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I'm.
What, so
send it to everybody.
Sexy?
No, you know, I feel good about myself. You know, I respect myself. You know, I when I leave home, I make sure I look decent. You know, when I go on stage, I look decent. So you know, I don't I try to look good as often as possible, right? You know, but it was really good. I really appreciated that, and it just came out of nowhere, and it's something I would have never thought of. You know, you expect to see an interview like, you know, new music out or what Konata's doing, and I didn't expect, you know, top five sexes. You know, like, all right, well, I taking that. Yeah, I'm happy. You know, on the whole master front, I never ever really spoke about it. You know, it's not something that I. You know, people say it. You know, people that you don't even know me say it, and I have. It was like, well, all right, cool.
Have you had someone? Have you had someone mistakenly come up to you and kind of mistake you for him?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it in the early days, you know, kids, like people coming up and, you know, they want an autograph, and it's like, sorry to disappoint you.
I'm not the man.
It's kind of funny though, right? It's funny. But you know, in the early stage, it never used to really bother me. But you know, you kind of take it on. You're like, you know, well, because you trying to be an artist yourself, so you worrying about, you know, when you go on stage, you know, you have people saying, oh, you know, that look, you looking like Marshall or whatever like that, and you have to kind of know to yourself, well, you are Konata. I have my own style, my own being, and it's my job to teach people that this is what I doing. Right. You know, so it stopped becoming about what you think about people saying you look like him or whatever, and more about what I think people should see me as.
Okay.
So when I go to perform or whenever I go, and I dress the way I want to dress or who I think is the right way. I sing my songs. I go on stage. I have my own stagecraft. Like any artist out there, you know, people say, oh, you do this like him, you do this like him. But look at any artist out there, they get something from somebody. Michael Jackson, looking at James Brown and all these people, how they dance, and you know, you learn from the best.
Mm-hmm.
And you make it your own style, and that's what I do. I saw a lot of artists performing. I mean, I've been doing music since '99 when I was in Trinidad. You know, I was like about 16 or something like that, and you know, I saw Kessan and Maximus Dan, MX Prime, and all these artists coming up, Destron, these people, you know, Bungie, you know, from, you know, they doing their thing to now celebrity, big star. And you know, you see the progression, and it's the same thing. I just have to do the same. I have to develop my craft, be myself, so eventually when people see me, they'll be like, hey, look, Konata.
It don't matter.
You know?
I should commend you on your videos. I was watching, is it Ayo? I don't want it.
Ayo.
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 Very
that
your videos are quite visual. So what's the thought behind it, and what advice, because with soca artists now releasing more songs, there's going to be more videos, what advice would you give to UK artists looking to bring out videos?
I actually wanted to do a video for Pressure on Me.
Okay.
Right? Which is my favorite song up till now. Out of everything I've ever done, I enjoy performing that the most, and I really like it. And it seems to be the song that everybody enjoys as well. I went to a guy I went to school with as well, called Oliver. And I told him, you know, I want to do this video, Pressure on Me. And he's like, you know, Pressure on Me is a generic song in terms of, you know, it's you feel good kind of thing now. But if you really want to do a real good video, AU is a song that's a little different, and I have an idea for AU. And he said, I want to do something with UV paint and whatever. And he's like, all right. And I gave him an idea I had as well about a kind of jungle something. And he said, yeah, a tribal something. And then it was just ideas thrown left, right, and center. Eventually, we had a script.
Okay.
And what you actually see in the video is probably a quarter of what the video was supposed to be. It was supposed to be this big, elaborate movie. And then, things go wrong. The people who were supposed to play certain parts didn't show up. Or power went in the middle of the shoot at some place we were renting out in Angostura compound. And eventually, was like, all right, this is the footage we have. Let me make a video from it. And we just decided. We went in the bush in Shadaramas with the camera. It was like, all right, we have like an hour before the sun disappear. Let's do this thing. Paint up. Darts. It was fun. It was real fun. It was real. I big up my boy Archie. He was the man, the average, and he just in the back.
See that?
Really that. It was real fun. We actually kind of snuck into that area because we weren't supposed to be there as well. But it was great and just the colors. I didn't expect. I didn't know what it was gonna look like because I have the paint on my body. I even have behind the scene video which I never actually released.
You should.
It's really like, and when you look at the video, it's like, oh, that's what it looked like. Like it was black with paint and we were splashing paint everywhere and tonic water actually glows in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a part when you see like water, that's actually tonic water. Tonic water glows in the dark, and it's like the best part of the video was the ending. Where I get hit with a balloon of paint was actually tonic water, and I fall back. We ran out of time in the place we rented, so I actually went to Oliver's house, in his yard, in his garage, right? And we spread out not a mattress but like cushions, but the cushions were hard. And it's like, all right, you're gonna need to get hit with this balloon and fly back. I was like, all right, cool. So through the balloon, splash, and it's like. Pop on the ground, hard, but it got the effect. Here, fly back. It actually hurts. So me flying back was actually me flying back.
But it was worth it.
It was like, ugh.
But it was worth it.
Yeah.
It came out. It's I think it's one of my best videos I've seen today. So what advice would you give then to soca artists in terms of the whole? Because it's a whole different entity, production.
Yeah. Just have a good song. That's good meaning, a song that you can, develop into a story. You need to have a good team. So the camera person filming, your production team basically, who's doing the storyboard. They have to be able to capture, because you could point and shoot, or you could have somebody who understands camera angle and lighting and this and so you have to really take time. Is the difference between putting out a good video and just putting out a video? That your song in the background, you're playing two people on the side.
On the
everything looking great versus something that's an actual production. So you have to treat your video like you treat your song.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to do it properly. It's expensive, so you have to decide what song you want to do. Where you're gonna put this video after, because it makes no sense doing a music video and then just lie down on your computer. You have to, you want to put it on this station, that station. So just have a plan for it. The same way you have a plan for your song, you want to record your song, you want to go to this radio station, put it on, you want to perform here, there, and everywhere. Same thing with your video. You want to do your video, you want to put it on these stations, you want to make sure it's on so and so playlist somewhere, it have so and so rotation, it's on the YouTube.
So there's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's work. Anything you're doing is gonna be, it's hard.
Okay.
It's fun hard kind of work. It's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
So what does 2013 have in store for you then? What do we have to look forward to?
2013,
which is around the corner.
Yeah, I have songs coming out. I already released Get Loose. I also have Bangers and Mash Rhythm. I have over 3 more songs to release as well. Yeah, so I had plans to drop an album this year, but after working on these songs, it didn't feel, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like these are the songs I wanted to be my first EP coming out. It had to be something that was Konata. So I'm going to Trinidad in December, and I am doing like what I always do, just go there and pump, promote, go to stations, do my interviews, perform, do my school tours, you know, make links, because this year I've actually come out as a producer.
Right.
You know, all the songs I've done before, I've either produced or co-produced, but most people don't know that. So I kind of started up K Marvel Productions, and K Marvel Production is my production house. So my first official release out of that was Get Loose.
Right.
So I'm going to be producing, I'm going to start mixing other people's songs as well, you know, the UK scene, because I think we definitely need more producers. I mean, we have some good producers here as well. We need producers, we need engineers who understand the soca music and the soca industry, and that's just part of what I do as well now.
So you can give a shout out to artists to hit you up.
Like, no, if you want this stuff mixed, check me on Facebook.
So last question, I wanted to ask you, top 5 things you can tell us that the public does not know about you.
Ha!
5 is my favourite number, so yeah.
5 is a big number. No, but just ask you, like, you know, if you was on an island with like, you could carry 5. That was so easy. You know?
No, we have to make it different. We have to make it different.
Whew. What people don't know about me, boy?
Your pet peeves, favourite things, type of woman, it could be anything. Actually, yeah, type of woman. Let's since you laugh at that.
You know, once it look good, you know, it's the package.
Okay.
You like your package, so you can't just, you know, you look good and you have a bad attitude, or you don't look good, but you have a nice attitude. It has to come together. You know, you go to the gym, you exercise yourself, you know, you're in order, you know, you carry yourself nice in public, and you could tolerate that, you know, I go and make noise, music, and kind of thing. That's one. I really like England. Yeah, no, I like the cold. So yeah,
Something wrong with you.
know, I like the cold. I like snow.
You see
People complain, boy, it's winter, it's cold. I like it.
Why?
Because I like to put on my gears and thing, and the winter fashion is just cool. You know, if it's summertime, you invest in your short pants. I went out all my life.
So tell us any fashion tips then, since you went to...
Fashion tips,
It could be
dress
2.
for your body and not for what you want to look like.
That's 2, 3 more.
Fashion tips?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought we
I'm trying to help you out here since it seems like you're
I thought he's on fashion tips. No.
No, that was a whole one, yeah.
I am a serial series watcher, so I like to watch all those HBO series and stuff like that.
What's your favorite?
I'll rinse out 8 seasons in like 3 weeks now. You know, that's serious. You know, 7 episodes back to back, or 4 in the morning. Bah, bah, bah. Favorite ones. Well, right now, like anime, I'm watching Naruto.
Okay.
They stopped Bleach, unfortunately. I liked Heroes that finished, Lost finish, Game of Thrones, and Boardwalk Empire. I could go on. on. I started watching Merlin now. It doesn't really matter if it's there. I'll watch it.
Did you watch Alcatraz?
I'm saving it. I like to save
I tell you what. I was on a flight to
Yeah.
Dubai. I watched the whole thing.
On a flight. How many episodes is that?
It was it 8? No, I can't remember. But yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
That's 3.
No, that's 4 now.
Was that 4?
Yeah, that's 4.
One more. And this one has to be good.
The best soca fete in the UK right now. The last one I went to, actually, because I didn't really go. The last soca fete I went to. Frenzy just be vibes. I like Frenzy. It's a whole different thing. Everybody have their own thing, you know. So that's with the different fetes that going on. Everybody have their piece. So Boss Pepper have a whole different vibe, and I really like that. Frenzy, different vibe again. You go Red Eye is a whole different vibe. I mean, the fact that Red Eye finishing at Red Eye hours, it just make people behave in a different way now. So Everybody felt best, you know.
Now I find you answered that already, you know.
Did I?
Yeah.
I mean, as a performer, I running on stage, you know.
No, but why you answer that indirectly with the use of words? People will deduce from that. Two more things you had.
So, I don't really do the whole vacation thing.
Okay.
I don't like to travel unless I'm traveling for a purpose. So, you know, people are like, hey, we're going Egypt, we're going Malta. And then they're rocking back on the beach now. It's like, I'll die of boredom. I will have my iPad like doing something now. I'm not in the mood to relax. So if I'm traveling, I either travel for like a gig or something like that, or just for a purpose. On the side note, I like to fly. I like to be on planes. I like to sit down for like 8-hour flights and watch 3 movies and eat airplane food. And yeah,
You been to Australia yet?
No, I like the flight from Trinidad, between Trinidad and London. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I get bored.
I love watching the movies because they also have movies I haven't seen yet. And I'll just watch movies. I don't sleep. I might read a whole book or something, but it's like no phone. It's like quiet time now.
Okay.
And it's just me on a plane.
Just you.
That's me.
Alright. So, one question regarding DJs in the UK. Do you reckon they play enough UK music that's out there, and do they support UK artists, soca artists, in the way that they should?
UK DJs. I think that as a DJ is an entertainer. So they have to decide what songs they want to play, you know, whether they like it, if they like the song, or it's a big song, or they think the song could be big or could be good, right? And for me, I'll tell a DJ, yo, you have my track yet, or yo, you ain't play my song yet. But I don't expect a DJ to play my music, right? Because they have no obligation to play my song. If they don't want to play my song, for whatever reason, what I do? You know, I mean, I'll still, yo, you ain't play my song yet, you have my song yet, I'll harass them. But to say whether they are doing enough for UK soca artists or not is not their job.
Okay.
To make us. You know what I mean? There's a fine line, because, you know, there are DJs who actually break artists. You know, we don't really have, I don't think we have DJs that necessarily would break our artists, mainly because we don't really have the forum to do that up here. You know, we don't have like the major radio station where if you play it on this station, it's going to be big.
Right, yeah.
Nah, the song are playing party. So if you're going to sign a party, it's difficult because you want to play the songs that will get people jumping. And you don't want to be the one to kind of play the new song that people will stop and watch. And then at the end, they remember the man who had the bad hype set. But you being the entrepreneur and you want to play the new songs, you will get forward. So it's a fine line, and DJs have it kind of hard deciding what to play. But you know, it's their choice, and if they don't play it, I will just harass them more.
And what if that doesn't work?
Well, it will work. I mean, history would show that, you know, if you have a song that is good, because that's subjective.
Right.
You know, if you come with a song that's good, you know, and you do the work behind it, the promotion and whatever, and you create your buzz, it will get played. And if you don't do it, it's not going to get played. So purely giving a DJ a song and saying, look, I release a song, don't mean they're going to play it. Because me, who has DJed before, I not just go and play a song just because somebody sent it to me. You know, you have to do the work. You have to show. I'll give you an example. It's like a business. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for an investor for a business, you know, you have to show the investor that this could make money. So you will show them that, hey, I sold 20,000 units in the last quarter. And you'll be like, oh, okay, so you doing the hard work already. So when I come in, it's not for me to make you big. You making yourself work. And I coming in to add the extra flavor. It's like that. It's like you have to, as an artist, you have to show that you could do the work, that you pushing your song on your own. You have your team, whatever, and then all those things tie into him saying, yeah, boy, like I seen this song all over the place, or I like this man vibe, he pushing the thing, I'm gonna play this song. So it's whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Diplomatic, eh?
very
Yeah, I ain't bad up nobody, boy. Yeah.
You're very
Not yet.
No, we're saving that for the exclusive interview.
When I get there, you know,
Yeah.
and I start spitting fire, boy, this man,
Man,
thing. For now,
keep it.
but is it true though? I mean, that's what I really feel is, it's you're a DJ, do what you think is right. Not every DJ. Some DJs play my song, some don't.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's the industry. Everybody gonna like you.
Konata, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to not just you as well, but you playing along with your production, you with Tropical Storm, you as an artist. We're looking forward to that. Any last shout outs you have to the massive out there, or where people can reach you or find out about your music?
Big up to my whole team, London side and also Trinidad side. And you know, if you want to find my music, find information about what I'm doing, you could check facebook.com/Konata Alleyne. That's KONATA ALLEYNE. I'm also on Twitter, same Konata Alleyne. I'm on YouTube, Konata Alleyne as well. I also have K Marvel Production, you know, which is K Marvel Prod. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook and Twitter right now. I've only just opened the page, and I have a new venture called One Island. And what I'm starting off doing is social media.
Right.
So I'm gonna be doing social media for like Caribbean businesses. So if you need some social media, link your boy One Island. It's gonna be on Facebook soon. It's launching by the end of this year. And yeah, just big up everybody who's been supporting me. All the producers I've worked with, all the DJs out there who's working hard, all the promoters who've hired me, or who've allowed me to perform in their fete, rather, you know. We're still fresh and we really get paid for everything we do. You know what, big up to everybody, and you know, big up UK Soca scene. I really like what's going on.
Alright.
So-
One last question, actually, I forgot to ask you. You are very patriotic to your country, and I would say you kind of matured as a young black man in the UK. What advice would you give to the youth out there, bearing in mind with all kind of the negative media perception and the way the world is going? What advice would you give to the youth out there with what you've experienced? And knowing what it's like back home and what it's like here.
Boy, you just have to, from my experience particularly, if you have something that you enjoy doing or you like doing or you have a passion for, you know, work on it, stick with it. Because a lot of times, you know, we start something, and this is something that I've struggled with even recently, you know, having an idea, just not being able to start it, or starting it and getting discouraged and not seeing it through. And sometimes those are the ideas or the projects that had the potential to be big, you know. So whether you're you know, you're into marketing or you're into entertaining or you like math, or you know, you wanna, you know, whatever you're doing, just stick with it, do it to your best ability, see it through. You know, if you put your all into it and it didn't work out, you failed at it, move on to your next thing, because failure is part of the process. And I fail enough times, you know, that's part of life. That's part of being successful, is failing, you know, because when you fail, you know what not to do again. You know, and you're just gonna do it differently. You know, so yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. It's, like I said, it's been a pleasure, and you had it right here, people. Konata, one of the most unique artists. Check him out, listen to his music, visit his website, do whatever you have to do.
I'd even say KonataAlleyne.com, you know, I could find the website, KonataAlleyne.com. All my music is there as well. You're gonna find stuff on iTunes very soon, and yeah,
That's it.
boom.